Moreno surveys. Gets around Morsing. Gets it to Emilio. This could be trouble. Emilio, the shot. It's in the net.
I don't know the exact minute of the free kick goal, but it was a hell of a goal behind it. There's no two ways about it. It's a great goal. I think our defender's in a pretty good position in terms of where he's defending it, and sometimes you have to take your hat off to a world-class goal, and I think that was. Nothing bounced our way, but when you come out the way we did in the first 45 minutes against a good team, with players like Moreno and Emilio and Fred, you set yourself up for a difficult night. So I think our approach and our first half mentality and the way we played ended up being the reason why we lost the game.
Well, you know what? You always want competitions for spots, and we're going to bring another goalie in. It's not the new goalie's job. It's not Zach's job. It's whoever wins the job. He keeps playing like that, and he's going to keep it real competitive because today he made some game savers. He was very sharp today. There's some easy ones. Mark Birch is going to play a lot of minutes because he can't play the Open Cup game. But we're getting some guys back. I joked around that there was a herd of guys running around the field getting healthy, but it's nice to see that we're making progress with some of those guys, and it'll give us a few options. Obviously, we'll have to be careful not to rush them back. Their fitness is going to struggle. Some of our young guys now have gained some valuable experience for situations just like this.
Here's Thornton. Unmarked, good ball in. Cleared away by Suarez. Here's Wolf. And that one, without a doubt, is pure class.
I thought we just, handed them the goal. Actually, it was poor defensive effort from us, and we gave them opportunity and they punished us. I think we deserve a little bit more. I thought we were better in the second half. We were pushing the tempo, we keep going forward, and disappointing that we didn't really get anything out of the game. Thought we had a couple of opportunities and maybe a couple of calls in the box didn't go our way. I felt maybe they should have, but that's the life. It seems that like right now we can't draw any of those calls for us. So, but disappointing that we get anything.
I've said this from day one. I think we have a deep team, 28 good players, and every time there's an injury or suspension, that's just an opportunity for another guy to step up. And our coaching staff, we believe in each player, and tonight was important for a young kid like Patrick in his first MLS start. He gets a goal. He should actually have 2 goals tonight. One was taken away from him. But these guys continue. Stephen King, Mike Banner, young guys who we feel that have potential and that come in real games and help us.
Now some players exchanging some unpleasantries. Jaquan keeps his feet. Second look, lays it off. 2-0 Dynamo.
Scored a couple good goals. I mean, Brad's goal was excellent, and Nate and Brian combining for the second goal was good to see, and that was enough for us. I think they had some chances. Pat makes a good save, and they kind of missed the mark a couple times, especially early on. So we did okay to close the game out. So great 3 points. I understand Chivas lost tonight, so we kind of crept up on Salt Lake, which was the ambition tonight, and that was good to see that we took advantage of our game in hand and got the 3 points. So happy, but I know these guys are tired, and we're all looking forward to going home, getting to bed, and getting ready for Tuesday. He's a good soccer player, and for him to have nights off, I think is quite rare because he's technically so gifted. But his goal was perfect, and I think his movement was good, and touching the ball is good. So I was happy for him. He's very critical of his own performance, and sometimes maybe a little bit too critical. But I think it was it's good for him to get that goal. I think it started him off on the right foot tonight.
Ramiro Corrales, el manotazo de Colin, el remate, y después el rechace. Ahora sí, señores,
I think it was just unfortunate, what happened. It was not because, you have been totally outplayed. Like Klein said to me, the moment he wanted to interfere, he was blocked by the by the referee, and he couldn't do anything anymore. The second one, he slipped. So it's just an unfortunate, that it happened. And despite that, I think that my team did well. I cannot blame them anything. They fought for it. They played good football. We created a lot of chances, also in the first half, even when we were 2-0 down. Then we hit also the crossbar, and at that moment I thought, nah, this, it's jinxed. Something, something doesn't want it to happen. And the good thing was David put a good ball in there, and then we scored a goal. And I think that we fought for it. I think that we did everything to get a good result, and I think that we deserved a lot better than we did. But it was an unfortunate day.
I thought Ramiro Corrales drove us on today. I thought it was terrific again in the middle of the field. But I think we put a lot of energy in going forward, and I think it was good to see. I was very happy with our efforts on both sides of the ball against a team that scores a ton of goals. And I think that it kind of showed today. They scored 2 and conceded 3, and it's kind of their season, if you like. And it could have been the other way around. They had a couple of chances, but I think all in all, I was really happy with the stuff we created, and we looked good.
Cooper, the goal scorer. He'll have a go from distance and scores. And it's number 13 of the season. It bounced over the dive of Greg Sutton.
Well, I thought we played a good game. We had a few injuries. Julio was injured, and Marcelo got injured the first couple of minutes of the game. So I think the important thing for us was just to come away with a result. Getting 3 points on the road was tremendous for the players and for the team. And I think that from my recollection is that we're the first team to beat Toronto at their home field. Kenny is just fantastic. I mean, he was very active throughout the game, and to pick up the PK, was a typical Kenny goal. The second goal was even just as important, if not more important, because it put us in a situation where we were able to kill the game. And I thought the boys really deserved that win.
The first half, I thought we totally dominated the game. We come out the second half, we started slowly, they had a lot of possession, and then the game settled down again, and I just felt as if we were going to come back into the game again and go on and win it. But then all of a sudden, a crazy incident, and 9 times out of 10, when a referee is refereeing the game, they very rarely see those incidents. Apparently they tell me that the linesman didn't see anything, didn't see it, and he's up for play and there's hardly anybody in the box. I didn't see it because I'm in the dugout, so I was watching the ball in all fairness. That's why I can't comment on it. But I'll have a look at the DVD, and then once I've had a look at it, I'll assess it, and then I'll be in touch with the people who sit behind the desk on a Monday and make decisions.